Morning. Good morning. Good morning. This coffee tastes like water. Hi, Ash. Oof, my tattoo looks like shit. Good morning. Hi, Choi. Good morning, Barbara. Good morning. Good morning. I slept. It felt so good. I slept like 8 hours. Oh, my hair only looks this good this morning because I haven't touched it. My skin looks good. Wow, you guys are really nice. Anyway, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Coffee Talk. From Atlanta. Hey. I'm in Atlanta. And I'll be here till tomorrow night, until after we shoot Power Star Live. Tomorrow's guest, Jermaine Dupri, is coming on the show. And then we are taping a segment with Waka Flocka, who I love. So excited to have Jermaine Dupri on the show. I've been obviously a fan of Jermaine Dupri's for, I don't know, 20 years. Okay. But anyway, Atlanta's good. I'm going to have lunch with Ludacris today. I haven't seen him in a while. It'll be good to catch up with my friend. And then Thursday, I'm going to work. Friday, we leave for Dominican Republic. And I'm leaving for a week. And I'm leaving for a week. But don't try to break in my house, because my dog is there. And my girl is there. And her dog is there. So we got 2 big dogs. There's some hoes in this house. There's some hoes in this house. Don't try to break in. The dogs will get you. Every time I come in the kitchen, you boys are in my kitchen. Okay. So I want to talk to you about the mourning that comes when we need to get over the reality that we allowed ourselves to believe. Okay? Every time somebody hurts us, disappoints us, uses us, whatever the case may be, and we find out, there is a period of time. Yes, I will do Coffee Talk from DR. There is a period of time where we have to go through an actual mourning period, because we are mourning the reality of the relationship or friendship we believed we were part of. But there is a part of us that feels silly or stupid for feeling sad after we find out that we have been used or played or whatever the case may be, because our mind knows, okay, if this person used you or took you for granted or whatever, they don't deserve your sadness, right? But your frontal lobe is like, wait a minute. I was in a real friendship with this person. We were real friends. So if it wasn't real for her or it wasn't real for him, it was real for me. And if it's real for you, there's a real mourning period that has to take place. So when a little voice comes to you inside your mind and tells you you should feel stupid or you should feel silly for being sad over a friendship or relationship that you believed, I understand, it is embarrassing. It is embarrassing to acknowledge to yourself or anyone else that someone you cared for, that someone you poured into was using you, or whatever didn't value the relationship the way that you did. It's embarrassing and it hurts, but it doesn't negate the fact that there is a mourning period that is very real for you, and you need to go through it. Because what we do is we swallow the shame, we swallow the embarrassment, we swallow the hurt, we swallow the pain because we don't want to look stupid. And then we bring that shit to the next person. And if we don't become a generation of healing, we're going to look like a generation of guarded, overstuffed, oddly emotioned people. And we are raising children, and we cannot do that. The end of everything deserves a mourning period. People tried to make me feel stupid about mourning my Doberman, about mourning Ace. I still miss that dog every single day. I miss that dog every single day. I did not even have him for 2 years, and I still get teary-eyed when I talk about my dog. I miss him every single day. I'm still angry I didn't get more time with him. I'm still angry about the way he died. And people are like, all right, Jamie, I get it. It's a dog. You have Knox now. But if you don't tell me what. There is a mourning period for the end of everything. And it takes time to get over things. Captain Lee and I were dating for like 12 hours. There was a mourning period after that. Family too. Family too. When you think that you have a relationship with a cousin or a sister or a whomever, and they end up hurting you or betraying you, whatever the case may be, there is a mourning period that you have to go through. Listen to me. I know it's embarrassing. Guys, I dedicated a year and a half of my life to a magazine and a woman who couldn't have been using me more. There was no, short of me having sex with her, she couldn't have been using me more. Okay? When I found out, thank you to Ashley and Michael Choi, who happened to be watching, who were there to pick me up off the ground. Literally, Michael Choi picked me up off the ground outside the Apple store, literally in the parking lot. I was mortified. I couldn't believe that this person that I had allowed into my life and into my circle and into my resources and into my heart and into the bells and into my world had been just using me. It calculated using, not even just oh, I realize this person is cool. She's got things to offer. I might use that. I'm talking about calculated James Bond type of using. Am I a Christian? Ooh, you must be new here. Yes. Yes, I am. Listen to me. I was mortified. I was so embarrassed. I couldn't believe. I was like, wait, how is this real life? And in the middle of all of it, my marriage was falling apart. I'm talking about falling apart. I'm talking about me literally going to see a lawyer, me telling Michael I did not want to be married anymore. Okay? I was mourning so much. All the while I was getting on Coffee Talk every day and pouring into you guys while my heart was breaking every single day. And I share this with you to say that there is a real mourning period that you must go through. So let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Okay? 2.5 years later, this woman from the magazine called me to apologize for her behavior. And I was able to take the call and forgive her easily because I took the time to mourn a friendship that I believed was real. I pushed past the shame. I pushed past the embarrassment. I was very honest about what had been done to me. I allowed myself to mourn. I went through all the emotions of it for like a year. For like a year. Okay? I went through all of it. I hated her. I wanted to beat her up. Then I prayed for her. Then I hated her. Then I wanted her to fall into a hole. Then I hoped she got amoebic dysentery and her asshole would fall out. Then I prayed for her. Then I, wished the magazine would self-combust. Then I saw the magazine in the store and flipped through the pages. I went through all of it. And I mourned it properly. So that when the call came, when she texted me and said, "Can you please talk for a minute?" I said yes. And when I spoke to her, the first thing I said to her is your son okay? Because she's a mother. And the first and foremost thing I care about is, are you reaching out to me because something is wrong with your son? As long as I know your son is okay now, what do you have to say to me? And she wanted to apologize. And I was able to really listen to the apology, receive it, appreciate it, accept it, and move on. I didn't have to let her back into my life, right? I didn't have to become her friend again. You see, that's where we get fucked up a lot. That's where we get messed up a lot. We mourn a situation when somebody comes back into our life with an honest apology. We think that means, hey, open the door and let them back in. No. No. Okay? You don't have to let people back in, but you can mourn properly so that when the apology comes, if the apology comes, you can accept it and move on. Now, somebody just brought up Lorianne. Yes, Lorianne hurt me terribly. She's probably watching, and I don't have to hide that from her. She broke my heart. It was probably one of the greatest female heartbreaks of my life, if not the greatest female heartbreak of my life. And so many of you are asking, why did I allow Lorianne back in? I'm going to be honest with you. The mourning process, I'm going to get to what if they don't apologize. I'm going to get to if the apology never comes. Okay? The mourning process with Lorianne never really ended, to be honest with you. You see, a lot of times when you mourn people, if they are a reason or a season, the mourning process lasts a certain amount of time. And then we kind of get over it, right? But when somebody comes into your life and they are a lifetime, I don't know that the mourning process ever really ends. I think there's a part of you that always hopes they'll come back. And with Lorianne, I never stopped mourning her. And I never stopped missing her. I never stopped feeling the void of her disappearance. Lorianne didn't, Lorianne was listening to outside people that didn't really know. She ghosted me. She didn't leave to work on herself. She didn't do any of that. She ghosted me. She knows. She's here watching. She won't deny it. She just fucking ghosted me. She just literally got up one day and walked out of my life. And it destroyed me. Destroyed. Right, Abby. Lorianne was not using me. Lorianne was not using me. She was not a narcissist. She was not like the girl from the magazine. Absolutely not. Lorianne was not calculating. Lorianne was not, no. Very different situations. But Lorianne's, Abby knows. Abby was with me through some of it and then on the tail end of it. Ghosting somebody, when you are ghosted by somebody you truly love, it is emotionally debilitating. It is just emotionally debilitating. I wrote letters. I cried. I begged. I wrote handwritten letters. Who writes handwritten letters anymore? I wrote pages of letters trying to figure out where she went and what happened. I know it seems like I'm still angry. I'm not. I'm angry that we missed so much time together, but I'm not angry anymore at her. And I believe that she came back into my life and I was able to allow her to come back in so seamlessly because God knew that we would need each other. I love Lorianne with every single ounce of my being. I am not angry at her anymore. I don't know that I was ever angry as much as I was in pain. I have understanding now, true understanding about why she ghosted me. She doesn't try to say it's right. She doesn't try to justify it. She doesn't use her explanation as a excuse or a justification. Simply just, here is why I did it. Am I still guarded with Lorianne? No. She'll never leave me again. Never. And I'll never leave her. But I'll tell you what, ghosting someone, being ghosted by somebody that you love feels like bone cancer. It hurts into your bones, okay? It hurts into the actual marrow of your bones. Your body aches. It's like a physical ache that you can't get rid of. But my point is, that I had to mourn. You have to mourn. There's a real mourning period for anything that just ends. And like, we feel so stupid. How do you mourn a friend who comes back and forth into your life? Why are you allowing them to come back and forth into your life? Put a lock on the door. Where's their boundaries? You can come in and you can come out, but you can't stand in the doorway, just fucking coming in and out. No. Mm-mm. No. In or out. Anyway, I just want to tell you guys that you walked with her through all those treatments. Was that real? What do you mean, was that real? Was what real? The treatments? I need to know what you're asking me right now, because I need to know if I should be really offended or only slightly offended. I think I ghosted a friend. How do I repair that? Ooh, I love that question. You immediately pause, look at yourself and figure out why. Why did you ghost this person? Why did you stop? Was cancer real? Jesus Christ, Victoria. Oh my God. Victoria, you're going to give me an aneurysm. Victoria, do you think I would make up cancer? That can't be what you're asking me. It just can't. It just cannot. You need to figure out why you went away so that when you go to repair it, when you go to apologize, you can explain honestly why you needed to leave. She may not like your reasoning, but as long as you understand it, you can stand by it. Like, listen, I had to leave. Here's why. I did not handle it properly. The other thing is you have to be prepared to never, ever, ever, ever do that to her again. Because when you ghost someone, the trust is broken. When you ghost someone, the foundation, the trust is broken. They walk on eggshells for a long time, believing that you'll just disappear again. And that is a horrible thing, you know, to have to feel. I don't feel that with Lorianne anymore. Like, was the cancer real? Oh my God. But yes, Victoria, the cancer is very, very real. Very real. I just want you guys to know that whatever mourning period you need, the most important thing for me that you take away from this coffee talk, okay, is there is a mourning period that comes at the end of any relationship. Even if you have been used or hurt, whatever, there is a shame and an embarrassment when you realize that you have been played, you have been ghosted, you have been used, okay? Okay? You need to push through that and you need to mourn, because one day an apology may come, and I want you to be in the place where you can accept it, where you can take it and you can move on. Okay? Now, what to do if the apology never comes? You need to mourn. Your role in this does not change. Okay? Your role in this does not change. You are required to mourn. Okay? If you never get an apology, your role doesn't change. Your job is to mourn the end of whatever it is so that you can be okay. That's your job. Your job is not to sit around waiting for an apology. Sure, do we want one? Of course, we all want one, because what an apology does is it validates us. It says, hey, I was wrong. You were right. We all want that. We all want that. We all want the, I was wrong. You were right. I'm sorry. You have value. I'm sorry I shit on you. I'm sorry I ghosted you. I'm sorry I used you. You may never get that. Your job is to mourn the end. How do I forgive my best friend for ghosting me and taking my husband? Well, have you gone through the mourning process yet? You're not only mourning the end of a best friendship. There's no problems with me and Lorianne in New Jersey now. No, this was old. Okay? Old. That was with Lorianne and I, that the problems with her and I are old. We are perfect. We are fine. We are amazing. You're mourning the end of a best friendship and you're mourning the end of a marriage. You need to mourn. Take time for you. You're not working on forgiveness yet. That's what we always think we need to do. Jump to forgiveness. No. You are mourning the loss of something. Okay? You need to get over the pain. You need to absolve it. You need to resolve it. You need to work through it. You need to feel it. You need to cry. You need to be angry. You need to feel some type of way. If you're still mad, you're not ready to move on. You're still in the mourning period. We don't give ourselves time to heal. People, you're going to give me a stomach ache. How do you move on if you're still hurt? How do you move on if you're still angry? You fucking don't. You stay still for a minute. We're all trying to move so fucking fast. Stop. Mourn. You don't move on if you're still hurt. You don't move on if you're still angry. You mourn. Take time to get over things. Jeez Louise, I'm telling you, I mourned Lorianne till the day she fucking called me to apologize. I was still mourning. I never tried to move on from her. I couldn't move on from her. I wasn't debilitated, but I was still mourning. Anyway, allow yourself time to heal. Please, allow yourself time to heal. The most important thing, yes, William, absolutely, William, the most important thing you can do is mourn and heal from things that happened in your past. Allow them to resurface, allow yourself to feel it, and then truly go through the mourning process. I remember when I lost the baby between Max and Charlie. How many people are so uncomfortable by the loss of a baby, they want you to get over it quickly, not for you. And sure, maybe part for you. They don't want you hurting, right? But for them, because they don't want to have to keep seeing you in that space. And they like to talk about the children you already have and the children you're gonna have and blah, 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 blah. And I knew that if I didn't mourn that baby properly, if I allowed the rest of the world to push me into moving on before I was ready, that I would never get over it. So I didn't care who was uncomfortable by it. Not my husband, not my mother-in-law, not my friends, nobody. I cried every day until I didn't need to cry anymore. William says, how can I channel it when I've suppressed it for so long? You know what, William? You know what I find helps me? Writing. Even if you're not a writer. Start writing about it. Start writing about the actual situation, the actual experience. Almost as if you were telling me the story. As if you were telling me what happened. Dear Jamie, my name is William and I'd like to tell you a story. Start writing about it. Bring it all up. Remember every detail. I was wearing this shirt, or I was driving this car, or I was on this age, and this is where I was, and this is what happened, and blah, blah, blah. Tell the whole story. It'll come up. It'll come up. Anyway, I think you guys get it. I think you guys get it. I don't have to beat it into your brains. I just love you so much, and I just want the absolute best for you. And this is why I get so passionate and why I get so Italian in my speaking, because I want you to mourn and I want you to cry and I want you to heal. And this generation of like, we don't feel anything, blah, blah, blah. Fine. Go be a freaking unhealthy ball of shit over in the corner while the rest of us are trying to actually, you know, take our time to like, see, William? I love you, William. All right. I love you guys so much today. I love you so much. And I pray for you and I love you and I want you to be emotionally healthy. And I'm so grateful you're here with me and we're all best friends. And I love it. I love it. Share this video. There's a share button right there. Share this video. Tag somebody who needs to see it. You guys can do it. I love you. Have a great day.